I tell my kids all the time, your kids make mistakes. But over the course of your life, try not to make the same mistake 2 or 3 times. But as an adult telling my kids that, it's hard because adults make the same mistakes all the time. We fall for the same stuff in politics, in business, in sports. In sports, it's the worst. We keep falling for the same stuff. Hyperventilating over stuff and then getting burned. By the way, the last number 1 quarterback pick to win his first game was David Carr. It was a standalone Sunday night football game. Oh, crazy! Next week, 2 picks, 6 for 25. His quarterback rating was an 8. Sam Darnold, standalone game, Monday Night Football for the Jets. Oh, my God, unbelievable. Last night, he was not very good. Last night, standalone game. Baker Mayfield gets into the game. I never said Baker Mayfield was going to be terrible. I never said he was going to be bust. It was a standalone TV game, the only game on national TV. He comes in against a bad team at home that didn't have a game plan for him. And Baker Mayfield did what a number 1 pick should do. He completed passes when he had time to throw and led his team to a win. He did not scale Everest last night. This was not Kilimanjaro. It was the Jets at home with a rookie quarterback on a short week. And by the way, I've always said this about Baker Mayfield. This was my pre-draft evaluation. He can win with weapons. Who was the best running back for either team last night? Veteran Carlos Hyde. 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. Who was the best wide receiver for either team last night? Jarvis Landry. From the Dolphins, pretty good. 8 catches, over 100 yards. Who had the better defense? Browns. Who was at home? Browns. By the way, the 2 coaches for Baker Mayfield, Hue Jackson and Todd Haley, both super successful coordinators who have been head coaches. Okay, he didn't scale Everest. He's a number 1 pick. We knew he was better than Tyrod. Eventually, he just happens to be better now. He's better now. He should play now. But folks, we keep falling for this. Sam Darnold, week 1, amazing. Last night, not so great. Andrew Luck's first game, terrible. Next week, really good. Cam Newton's first game, amazing. Check it out. I did this morning, second game, terrible. RG3 started red hot. So did Carson Wentz. And then by week 4 of his rookie year to week 14, Carson Wentz was just not very good at all. We're falling for it. Now what's going to happen with Baker Mayfield? Oh, now he goes on the road. He's not facing a rookie quarterback. He's facing Derek Carr, and he's got to do a West Coast game. And, oh, by the way, now they can game plan off film completely against Baker Mayfield. He's a number 1 pick. A number 1 pick should do that. But, Colin, you never liked him. No, I said I think we're going crazy comparing him to Russell Wilson. He'll never be that athletic. Or Drew Brees. Crazy me. I said I don't think he's going to be a first-ballot Hall of Fame guy and be the most accurate passer in league history. I said I think a more accurate comp is a Case Keenum, who I think he's better than. But Case Keenum, when you surround him with people, can win. But we're just doing this again. Baker did some nice stuff, and he deserves some praise. No statues and parades. By the way, last night he was 2 for 6 throwing to his left, 15 for 17 middle to right. Don't think the Raiders will see that on film? Come on now. Now he's going to face, over the next several weeks, Derek Carr, Joe Flacco, Big Ben on the road, Patrick Mahomes, Matt Ryan, specifically tailored game plans, Cincinnati's defense, twice, Wentz, Luck, Darnold. Strap yourself in, man. It's the rookie roller coaster ride. We never thought Baker Mayfield would not be competent. We never thought that. Jets didn't think they'd face him. He came in. When he got protection by the 3rd, 4th, 5th drive, he did what a number 1 pick should do. He completed passes. He was precise, which for the record has always been his strength. It's not big enough for me. Not as good an athlete as Mahomes or Wentz or even Darnold or Luck. But he can throw. That's why I said he's not a bust. Dude can throw, sees, throws, quickly, accurate. We just never learn, do we? So everybody's beating up. Everybody is crushing Hue Jackson. So let me contextualize this a little bit. When Hue Jackson went 0-16, Everybody wanted him fired. And Joe, you weren't on the show yet, but I came out and I said, first of all, the Browns are going to draft a quarterback. Okay, you probably want an offensive guy who's been in the league a while, not a rookie head coach, okay? Hue May, everybody, you're not going to get the best candidate anyway. You're Cleveland. You're not going to get the best candidate. There were several jobs open. The Bears had a job opening. There were several in the NFL open. You weren't getting the best one in Cleveland anyway. You weren't getting the best candidate. And the other thing I said was, if you look at the history of the Browns and all their movement and chaos and dysfunction, send a signal to other executives around the league and scouts, hey, for the first time in like a decade, we're not going to blow a coach out. We're going to retain a guy because we want to create some continuity. The symbolism around the league matters. And oh, by the way, Hue is now 1-1-1 and a field goal kicker from 3-0. That Cleveland's got a real defense here. They're a field goal kicker from 3-0. And that's having faced Big Ben and Drew Brees on the road. So now Hue Jackson this morning's getting crushed. And he's getting crushed for two reasons. Number one is, man, how could you not start Baker Mayfield in week one? Has anybody considered this? That Hue Jackson was sitting there thinking, looking at the schedule thinking, okay, Tyrod's a 6th-round pick. Baker's a number 1 pick. We know Baker's going to be better eventually. He probably is as good now. But we open up with Big Ben and Drew Brees. I don't want to get this kid engulfed in shootouts, and I don't want to take that chance. We're not winning the Super Bowl anyway. And then all of a sudden, they go 0-1-1, and they're like, we're in these games. I may pull the trigger a little earlier than I thought. So a football coach is saying, let me watch the tape, and you're freaking out. He may know more than you do about this. He actually has tape. Now, do I think it's Baker's team? Yes. Should Baker start? Yes. The team had a little more energy, and I also think we all knew Baker was eventually going to be better than 6th-round Tyrod Taylor. He just happens to be better right now. Just like the Jets made a decision, Darnold's as good as Teddy Bridgewater now, let's go for it and trade him and get picks. But just think about this for a second. If you'd have blown out Hue Jackson, there is a possibility that last night the coach for Baker Mayfield would be Matt Patricia or Mike Vrabel, defensive guys. Because that's who would have taken the job, first-time guys. Matt Nagy would not have taken that job. Andy Reid would have told him, don't take the job. So last night, Baker would have come into the game with Matt Patricia and Mike Vrabel. Let me give you a heads up on what's working currently in the NFL. Anybody know who Carson Wentz has as a head coach? Offensive guy. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, offensive guy. Jared Goff struggled. Oh, wait, he got an offensive guy. Jimmy Garoppolo, Kyle Shanahan, offensive guy. Oh, Deshaun Watson. Last year he really popped. Bill O'Brien, offensive guy. Mitch Trubisky, oh my, he's looked okay. Offensive guy. By the way, Andrew Luck now, first time in his career, has an offensive guy. Andrew Luck's completing 71% of his throws. A career high. You wanted to blow out Hue Jackson. Hue Jackson was a successful offensive coordinator. Todd Haley, now the Browns coordinator, was a head coach and a successful coordinator. You want to just keep blowing guys out. Look around the league. These young quarterbacks, Dirk Cutter, when Jameis Winston wasn't doing stupid stuff, his last 2 years, Jameis Winston got better. Passer rating, completion percentage, yards per pass. Up with Dirk Cutter, offensive guy. You want to blow Hue out. I got news for you. One of the advantages last night for Baker, he had 2 successful offensive coordinators in his ear making his first NFL start. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.